Because every day above ground is a good day. Some are just more questionable than others. Questionable call, Wednesday edition with 8 on the board for us to roll into. And we begin in Chicago, where it's a mess for the White Sox. 15-41 in the season, but even messier for their fans. Take a look at this dude at the game last night. And those are nachos, we think.
No, he is not.
That's a decent look.
Is he wasted?
Does he know he's on camera?
Is he microdosing? Is he macrodosing?
What is he doing?
His friends are not even that amused.
The food at the ballpark is good.
Oh, yeah, you got to get every bit of it, too, by the way.
That is next level.
And his buddy's handing him a sweatshirt.
Somebody help him.
I can't tell if he's high,
Who's got a napkin?
tripping,
What section is he in?
wasted.
We could go back to the days of Mustard Man. You were not here then, but...
Jesus.
Wait, he's using his sweatshirt.
Yeah, he's high.
Something.
Bro, we have napkins all around the concourse. I'm sure somebody can bring it to you.
Yeah, that dude probably smells like Snoop Dogg's tour bus. Definitely high. Question on the board. Question: acceptable to wipe your face with your clothing, yes or no? Well, if you're 6 years old, yeah, but above 6, probably not. Let me tell you a story about my boy Kevin Maroney back in college. He should take his T-shirt off, blow his nose into it like an old man would with a hanky, and then throw it in the corner of the dorm room. It was absolutely nauseatingly disgusting. Even if I think about it right now, I feel like I need to puke a little bit. As a grown adult-ass male, you're not supposed to wipe and clean your face with your sleeve, but let's be honest, we all do it. Not acceptable, but we still do it anyway. We continue on to number 7 in the countdown, and it comes to us from Pat McAfee on the wrestling broadcast and the Pat McAfee show. You remember this rumor that was going around late last week into the weekend about Raiders owner Mark Davis? Dove Kleeman tweeted, "Congratulations, 26-year-old Hayden Hopkins. Girlfriend," he claimed, of Raiders owner Mark Davis, age 70. She's pregnant. He claims to be happy for the power couple. Well, this became a thing on social media, and people just believed it had to be true, right? I mean, why wouldn't it? We saw it on the internet. Pat McAfee is on the telecast of the wrestling, of the professional wrestling, and here's what he said.
And think JD has no chance. Mark Davis is 70 years old and is expecting child with a 26-year-old. Anything is possible in this modern world, but with this big son of a bitch back in the ring, JD's been pooping his trousers.
Pooping his trousers. That was Pat McAfee. He said anything is possible, you know, like Kevin Garnett did back with the Celtics. But he's talking about impregnating a 26-year-old when you're 70 and you're Mark Davis with that haircut. Well, then this happened. TMZ said, we got breaking news, folks. Hayden Hopkins is expecting a child, but it's with Joey Gallo, the baseball player, not Mark Davis. And, of course, this caused our friend Pat McAfee to have to go on the air in front of millions of people and own his mistake and teach us all a little lesson about journalism in the year 2024 and cyber tomfoolery. Take a look.
Joey and Hayden, I'd like to let you know, I apologize for perpetuating the lie. I understand how happy you guys should be at this moment. Would suck to have a 70-year-old billionaire kind of looming over the entire. So I would like to apologize to Hayden and let the world know, hey, we got to make sure we get these things right. Okay? We're obviously a part of this.
Sure.
I spread lies in the middle of Braun Strowman J.D. McDonough match last night.
Oh, no.
Mark Davis is not the father.
No.
Okay? But we would like to congratulate Joey and Hayden Hopkins on the beautiful baby coming this fall. Congrats on doing it.
Congrats, guys. Congrats, everybody.
And it's bull.
He is slick, boy. I tell you, he is slick. Here, by the way, is the statement that she released. Take a look on the screen here. This is what she posted. She said that basically the reports that Mark Davis is the father of my child are wildly untrue. I was pictured sitting next to him at a game in 2022 and have endured, she said endured, not been the subject to, but endured false rumors of a romantic relationship since. I'm sure Mark Davis is like, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I was just a guest sitting in the owner's box with other friends. These continued media stories are negatively affecting what should be my happiest days. Joey and I are excited to welcome our baby in the fall. And I think that's what a double hug. Is that what that is? Yeah, the X is a hug. It's a kiss, he says. Yeah. Well, which is crazy, right? Shouldn't the hug be the X's? Because you hug somebody like that. And then the kiss should be, oh, with the mouth, because it should be, oh, whoever came up with that, we're doing it backwards. Now the question is on the board. How did McAfee handle this mistake? We're going to grade it A to F. He owned it. That's rule number one. He could have just blew past it, could have ignored it. He owned it. He voluntarily said, hey, look what I did. I'm an idiot. All right. Then he admitted that he was spreading lies, right? Not that he got the story wrong. He owned it, which is exactly what you got to do. And then he turned it into a joyous thing. Let's congratulate them and the beautiful baby girl. He's a girl dad. Good on Mac. He's a slick boy. And then he said about journalism in this year and kind of pawned it off as if it's not my fault. Everybody's doing it. Let it be a lesson to everybody. Just because you saw it doesn't mean it's true. Just because you read it doesn't mean it's true. Just because somebody that you know and trust and like reported it doesn't mean that it's true. Consider the source, check the facts, maybe take it to the people themselves. If you're really in on this story, check with baby mama. See what she's saying on social media. Probably could have avoided the whole damn thing. We continue on in the countdown to number 6, presented by St. Lucie Battery and Tire, the home of honest, reliable service since 1970. They are great people. Go to slbt.com. Boys being boys. McAfee and his crew being boys. Did you realize that in America, women live almost 7 years longer than men do? You ever wonder why that is? This video might explain it. Take a look. Boys being boys. Don't lean back in your chair. Kapow. Hey, you on the counter? Not good. Meanwhile, ping. Also, this one's great because I'm just going to drop on my brother's head. Hey, I'll pull the baby and then ding him in the head. Never a good idea to climb the oven. That's continuing theme. This is going to be disastrous. You know that. How bad will it be? Not that bad. Meanwhile, when I tell you about the oven, different kid, bang. And then we've got climbing the back of the chair. That one's nasty. This is hilarious because, so what, water? Wait. Oh, he's on skates. And then this kid is hilarious. This one kills me. Watch what happens. He's just looking for leverage, learning how to cross. Come on. Bring the house down. Question is on the board. Wait, before we do that, take a look at the kid dropping one more time. He's playing Spider-Man. He drops down on his unsuspecting brother's head. There's no way that the bigger brother thought that this was going to happen. Meanwhile, why do you fall for that? Why would you walk underneath him when you know that you're going to get just pile-drived from above? Question, now back on the board. Thank you. Is this good fun or is it bad parenting? These videos were shot by someone, probably a parent. So even when the kids were teetering, instead of saying no, stop, don't, they were like, hey, let's get a funny video and go viral. This is the problem with society today. Look at me. Hey, look what I got. We went viral. Did you see what These kids could have been concussed, got their head split open, and much, much worse. We're boys being boys. I did all this stuff and worse. But it's both good fun and bad parenting. Someone shooting the video, probably a parent. Probably, and a lot of those spots could have stopped it from happening, but wanted the fun to happen, and so therefore it did. We continue through to number 5, which comes to us from Jalen Phillips of the Miami Dolphins. Toilet. At first, this is going to be shocking and a little bit disturbing, but then you're going to realize it's not what you think it is. It actually might be much worse. Take a look.
Man, this is some Florida if I ever seen it. But how the hell did he get
What
in
is
there?
Oh, my
That
goodness.
man is
Bathing.
in my toilet. And he's not a pet. I don't know where he came from.
It's a good question.
It's a grown man.
Yeah, that's a grown man iguana. He said not a pet, meaning that we don't have one in the house. It's not like my pet decided to escape and get in the toilet. That is a problem. He goes on to explain that he had to call like pest control or the exterminator, and they're coming out for a couple $100 to retrieve the iguana that was in his toilet bowl. Question, are you paying for help? Are you making that call and paying someone to come in your house to retrieve the iguana, get him out of your toilet? Hell no. If it's a snake, I'm actually selling the house. I want no part of that whatsoever. A tarantula, same. I'm burning the house to the ground. Iguanas are fine, man. Help the thing get out, box it, lead it out the door. It doesn't want to be there either. But the mystery does remain. How did it get there? Did it get in through the house or through the pipes? What are you paying for help, bro? You're a big, tough football player. Get that thing out your toilet. Again, easy for me to say, but then again, it's not a snake. We continue on in the countdown to number 4. Presented by Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, golden brown, fried perfection. Order it right now. It'll make your soul happy. Go to budschicken.com. Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Yum, yum. Charles Barkley, back at it. NBA on TNT. How would he motivate the Dallas Mavericks to wrap things up last night so they wouldn't have to head it back to Minnesota? Here's what he said he would tell the team.
If I'm Jason Kidd, I'm not going to talk about stats at halftime. I'm just going to show them the weather in Minnesota this snow and say, y'all don't want to go back to this, do you? That's all I say, guys. It's snowing in Minnesota. It's hot as hell down here in Dallas, but it's better than snow. Let's get this thing over with.
Yeah, and that's a valid point. But remember, question on the board, is the weather a valid source of motivation? In this spot, they're playing the game inside. This is a basketball game in an arena, and they will go from the team charter onto a team chartered bus into the hotel. They will be exposed to the elements for about 35 seconds. You remember the reporter this past playoff in the NFL that was asking about the weather conditions in Detroit? Remember that whole situation? And then it was explained that we play inside. Todd Bowles was like, we play, I think it was, right? It was Todd Bowles, C-Cat? Yeah, it was. They play inside. And that poor woman had to sit there. Well, everyone realized that she put a lot of thought into a question that made no sense because the game's played inside. Even more so. Bro, we're 2 days away from the month of June. The weather is a great motivator. A lot of times, this is not one of those times. Barkley being Barkley. Shout out, Charles. You know we love you. We continue through to number 3, all the way to number 3, presented by Celsius. Essential Energy, Live Fit, Tropical Vibe. Once again today, the Sparkling Starfruit Pineapple Edition. All the flavors, all the energy, no crash. Celsius Essential Energy drinks. High school baseball, a lot of fun. Fundamentals of the game, not always on point. Take a look at this baseball disaster as it plays out in real time. Take a look. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up. That could be trouble. That could fall, and it does. But the base runner realizes, hey, there's no one at second base. And now the third baseman's going to cut, so there's no one at third base. But then the catcher's coming, and he's going to try and cover third base. He's going home. This kid's going to run all the way. Oh, did he get him? He got him. Look at the theatrics from the ump.
Never seen that in high school.
Look at Big Blue with the theatrics. This kid got hawked down. And who are you rooting for? Be honest. Were you rooting for the heads-up base running that maybe went a little too far, or for the team to finally redeem themselves? Question on the board. Are you glad that he got thrown out at home? Remember, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. He could have stayed on second or stayed on third just fine. Give it up to the outfielder, by the way, for running it all the way in and running it all the way down. Remember, shortest distance between 2 points, straight line. He gets to run right at it. And old boy's got to round third and come around the corner. I am glad that he got thrown out at home, but I do not want to reward the defense for being idiots. You know, you don't want it to work out for them in the end and then say, well, you know what, it all worked out in the end. But with that said, yeah, I want this kid to learn a lesson. He'd been just fine at third base. And we continue on to number 2 in the countdown. And we'll stay baseball, but we'll go, well, I guess Major League Baseball, sort of. Although this team, the New York Mets, playing similar to that high school team in the outfield. Take a look at what happens when umpire C.B. Buckner is hit with a pitch, and listen closely to the crowd there in New York as they express themselves and their feelings about the umpire getting hit with the actual pitch. Here's the pitch.
It skips in and it caught the home plate on
Listen to the crowd.
C.B. Buckner.
It got him on the bounce, I think, in the helmet.
They're cheering. They are freaking cheering. They are cheering that the man got hit with the pitch. Question on the board. Question. Is it all in good fun, or is it absolutely classless? Well, I think the crowd realized it wasn't too serious. I think they realized he wasn't really hurt. He just got a little dinged. So with the little ding, they wanted to cheer, give the old Bronx cheer, or in this case, the Queens cheer, Flushing cheer. It's in good fun. But if the man is really hurt, if he's shook and they're cheering, that's absolutely classless, obviously. Listen, New York sports fans are a lot of things. Mets fans are a lot of things. But classless and uneducated are not two of them. Impatient, for sure. Tough, absolutely. But this is just all in good fun because they recognize that Buckner was okay. And just like that, we're all the way to number 1 in our countdown, and it comes to us from the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, staving off elimination, winning Game 4. Now that series at 3-1 on this Wednesday. Ant-Man postgame praising Mike Conley Jr., who, by the way, had a game, 14, but like 7 assists and really clutch play, praising who he calls Mike. Take a look at this.
Over here, y'all. Y'all got any questions for Mike? Y'all want to ask me about Mike? Nobody want to ask me about Mike? Bye.
How about Mike, especially the first half? It seemed like he really
is old as and he was getting downhill, laying the ball up. So shout out to Bite, and he coming in here with these clown pants on. So y'all about to see him in a minute, but that's my OG, that's my point guard. He played great tonight, and I couldn't ask nothing more from him. So thank you, Mike Conley.
Anthony Edwards, star of the NBA playoffs, saying that Mike Conley is old as bleep, clown pants, etc. Question on the board. Question, is this too happy for being down 3-1? You would think they were up 3-1. You would think maybe they clinched the series. I'm all for Ant-Man having fun and being him and being authentic, obviously. But you got to maybe just rein it in a little bit. I'm all for playing loose and being loose, but you're down 3-1. And the challenge ahead of you is to do something that has never, ever been done in the history of the NBA. Coming back from 3-1 has been done. 8% of the time in which I think in history a team has led 3-1. But 0% of the time a team's come back from down 3-0. And that's what they're being tasked with now. It's a little too happy for me for being down 3-1. You know, maybe just a little bit. But you keep being you, Ant-Man, because we love you for it. And just like that, we're done on a Wednesday. Remember, kids, hit subscribe right now and share this link with your people so we can stay in business. And remember this, while every day above ground is a good day, some are just more questionable than others. Say goodnight to the bad guy. We'll see you on Friday.